Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. So today we are going to cover variables as part of the continuation of our shell scripting tutorials. And you may have heard this word and may have been confused by what it means, but don't be afraid. The one thing about a variable is it is just a fancy name for a placeholder that contains an object. And that's just one, and an array will be multiple, but we can talk about that later. So what I am going to do is I am going to create a variable by typing the name for the placeholder, and in this case I want this placeholder to be called name since the value contained in that placeholder is going to be Brian. So alright, perfect. And to read the value from this variable, I am going to type the command echo, and then we use the $sign to extract a value from a variable. So here we go, echo name, and my name is Brian, and that's what we put inside of the name. So the name of the variable is name. The name of the value inside of the variable is Brian. So just remember that variable equals placeholder. Now let's say we wanted to update this variable to something else, and we can do that pretty easily by just typing the name of the variable and then giving it a new value. And in this case I am going to change the value of the variable name to John. Okay, so let's run echo name. So we're echoing the variable named name, and this is John. And this is fun because you can put this inside of a program and use it in some sort of flow control condition, such as an if loop or a case or pretty much anything. But let's go ahead and let's do something a little different. So I am going to change the value of the variable using a read command. So what the read command does is it does a prompt on the terminal, and then what we do is we tell whatever is typed into input to get written to a variable. So read minus p, and then the value of text that we're going to use is what is my name. So this is a command. It reads user input. We're adding the minus p argument, which is not necessary, but I'm doing it here because I want to send a prompt to read user input. So this is what is my name, and then whatever is typed will get written to the name variable. So let's go ahead and hit enter here. What is my name? Apple. Okay, so let's type echo $name and see what we got. Alright, as you can see, that variable is changed in real time. And one thing to understand is that the variable that we're setting right now is not going to be persistent unless we write it to a file, or like our bash rc file. And I'll demonstrate. So I'll go ahead and open up a new terminal window here, and I'm going to do echo $name, and I'm saying I want to extract the value of the variable that was defined here, and we're going to see that this has no value. And same thing here, if I type bash to reinitialize my bash window, and then I type echo $name, that change is no longer persistent. So that is a topic in itself, but I just wanted to demonstrate that so you are aware in case you're trying to write variables and you're finding that you're losing those values. So let's go ahead and let's write a script that asks for our name. And why don't we create a few different values here. So in easy scripts, my easy scripts directory, I'm going to create a new file. If you're new to scripting, use nano, N-A-N-O, I don't know Nano, but it's apparently very easy. I'm going to do VI, and I am going to type user input as the name of my script. Or actually, sorry, before I do that, we want to create the file first, and the order doesn't matter as long as you just change the executable bit on your file. So touch user input ls-l read write read write read, and then we're going to run the command chmod +x to make that file executable. Okay, perfect. And to verify those changes have been made, I'm going to run ls-l again to get my my permissions property displayed like it is on the line above. Okay, so we see read write execute, read write execute, read execute, and that is perfect. So let's modify the actual data from the user input file. So let's open the file, vi user input, and then just remember, with any sort of bash script, you need to set the preprocessor directive by typing shebang and then the path to your bash environment. So mine is bin bash, I think, which I did this yesterday, but I can't remember. Bin bash. Okay, perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to create a few different variables here. So let's do name equals Brian, food equals apples, and let's do age equals 20. I'm not 20, but just if I was, that'd be awesome. So now we're going to run the read -p command to change these variables in real time. So read -p, and the prompt is, what is your name? And then we are going to write whatever I input to the name variable. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for what is your favorite food, and we're going to take the input from this prompt and write it to the food variable. And then finally, let's do how old are you? And then I'm going to type age here. And then to verify or see the changes happen, we're going to tell Echo to output the values of these variables. So echo $name to output the name variable, or the value of the name variable, and then echo $food to output the value from the food variable, and then echo $age to output the value from the age variable. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save this file. Actually, I'll save it and I'll leave it open. We'll do it from this screen here. So let me go to my scripts, easy scripts directory, and I am going to execute my file, and you have to do a // or the full path to your file, or else it won't run. So let's just copy this, let's paste this, and let's go ahead and do user input. What is your name? So on the left hand side, my name is Brian. Let's just say I changed my name to Jason. What is your favorite food? That's a good question. Pizza, I guess. Alright, and how old am I? 32, 33? I think I'm 33. Okay, so I'll just hit enter here. Okay, so we now have updated those variables to have new values. So the name variable, the value was updated to Jason. The food variable, which was initially apples, has been updated to pizza. And then the age variable was 20 and has been updated to 33. So you can use this in a bunch of different ways, And it's just important to experiment and just get comfortable with how variables work. I use these quite frequently in a lot of programs that require flow control. And what that is that, say you have an if condition. If your name is not Brian, denied, or if your favorite food isn't apples, denied, and so forth. There's really no limit to what you can do with shell scripting. So good luck to you. Have fun with your variables. And I guess I will provide one more tip here. So if I type, actually I'll do it on the screen. Oops. If I type echo $name, okay, so there's currently no value in the name variable, so let's add one. Name equals Jason. Echo name. We get this output, and what happens is we are doing variable expansion. So in order to avoid variable expansion, you would have to put the variable within these single quotes here. And variable expansion is just getting the values from here first before your command will run. And there's a lot more to that, but if you type it with single quotes, you just get the variable output. So that's just the other piece to be aware of, but for the most part, that would be a rare case. And I guess that's it for now. So thank you for watching, and until next time, have fun. All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.